looked like it would never happen. Bill Balance's run of 9 straight GNCC championships finally came to an end at the hands of Chris Borich, who won our last race in North Carolina and clinched the 2009 GNCC title. What's next?
Playing in the dirt, face full of mud, sacrificing flesh and blood. Playing in the dirt, digging in the ground. All I'm asking you, where you gonna be when it all goes down, 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 down.
All right, gang, welcome to another episode of Racer TV. Jason Wygant here, your host. We are at the ITP Powerline Park GNCC in St. Clairsville, Ohio. It's a celebration for Chris Borich, who has already won the championship, but he still wants to win more races. Let's talk to Chris. Well, we're in the Suzuki pits for Chris Borich. He says it hasn't sunk in, but you're the GNCC champ, and I'm going to keep reminding you of that until we get a big smile out of you.
Yeah, I can't believe it came true. I mean, we worked hard this year to get it. And like I said, I can't thank Suzuki and those guys at Yosh enough for what this team put into this operation, and it paid off. So we got 2 races left, and we wrapped it up. So now it's time to go out there and have some fun and hopefully click a couple more wins off for these guys.
Yeah, you got a really nice streak going here, and midway through the year, you really turned it on. At the beginning of the year, the competition was there. What has changed recently for you to get this win streak?
I don't know, just been training real hard and working hard and doing a lot of testing with the bike, and just everything's clicking. I mean, I'm in best shape of my career, and the bike's working awesome, and things are just clicking right now.
So there's no reason you can't do it again today?
No, just go out there and, like I said, have fun, get a good start, and see what we can do.
All right, he might have the #1 plate for next year already, but he's going to ride like he still needs to make up points. Chris Borich, watch for him today. All right, not much of a stretch there telling you to watch the guy that's won the championship as a contender. Let's look at some dark horses. Got some motocross guys here, Pat Brown and Harold Goodman. Don't forget Brian Cook, Brandon Summers in the mix on the 784, always having a good time here in his home state. There's Bill Balance, Adam McGill, who is desperate to finally get a win this year. Taylor Kaiser, who has a win. He and McGill are battling for 2nd and 3rd. And Don Ackerman, the rookie, who's done a great job on the number 7. Let's get down to the starting line with Rodney Tomlin. And we are into the first turn, and Bill Balance has the start dialed again. This is race after race, and he's got the whole shot. They've got the fuel injection figured out on that 2009 YFC 450R, and he is off with McGill and Borich right behind him. So 3 of the big contenders are up front early, and that's very critical. As you can see, a little bit of dust being kicked up. Now, it's been dustier in years past here at Powerline Park, but still, this is going to get flat nasty. Trying to make passes early on in this stuff. Chris Bithell going by, and Brent Stern about the Can-Am guys. William Yoakley with a bad start today. What the heck, Bithell always gets bad starts. Doesn't matter what the conditions are, but he could get to the front. We'll find out. Right now, though, it's Balance, McGill, and Borich. Cook, the privateer in the Hauser racing machine, is right there. Kaiser, Ackerman, they're all up there. This is the way it goes in GNCC ATV racing nowadays. Just the field is so darn deep. And there's Brown, the motocross rider, staying right with this field. All right, we got some virgin forest here. You see they're like slalom skiers trying to work their way through. Not going to be much passing in this section. Look at how tight this field is early on. This is so fun to watch. And really, when it's this close, the races this year have really been coming down to mistakes. If you make one big mistake, you're going to go all the way to the back of the train. No one knows that better than Balance. So look how gingerly he is to the first creek crossing today. Now back up top. And they've actually opened up a little bit of distance over Borich, but this is a 2-hour race. No worries, mate. They're just all trying to stay there, and it's so hard to stay there. It's so hard to avoid that big mistake and keep your cool with this kind of pressure being applied. It's going to be fun racing today in Ohio. Stay with us. Racer TV is brought to you by Can-Am. Rocky Mountain ATV MC, Yamaha, and Honda Generators, the official generator of Racer TV. Bill Balance continues to lead the way here in Ohio, but look at this pack. Brandon Summers up to second, and everyone else right behind. Pick your favorite today. They are all in contention. And Balance leads them through another tight, twisting wood section. Nice job by Summers. Balance's Yamaha teammate to get to second. Now it looks like McGill and Boric have overhauled him and gotten him back. That's what we're talking about. Mistakes, picking the right lines. That's going to play a huge factor today with this many riders this close. Back into the open stuff, and it is Summers now who's gotten back into the lead. So he's gone from fourth to first, picks the long way through the mud, and it pays off. He gets through. And that is Boric who has gotten it stuck. Boric is stuck, and now you see the Suzuki people and a whole bunch of fans coming down here to try to help. Oh, the new GNCC champ in big trouble there, towing his machine out. He's gotten it going, but he's still got the tow rope. He's still got the tow rope on the machine. Now tries to get it off. So Boric has lost a lot of ground, shaking his head, and the tow rope is still there. Oh, disaster for Chris Boric. See if he can pick it back up. But first, we got to go to highlights of our morning race. What a start there. Scott Kilby nails it on his Can-Am Outlander 800R, and Kilby is in the midst of a torrid championship fight. He has won this title many, many times. Brian Buchanan took it away from him last year. Buchanan now working his way back from a broken leg. Kilby smells blood in the water. He gets a huge hole shot and is gone. And not such a good start for Buchanan. He's bumping and banging around here in about fifth. But early on, your overall leader in this morning race was this man, 50-year-old Glenn Pritchard out of West Virginia on a Suzuki. And he doesn't ride like he's 50 years old. There's Angel Atwell also in the hunt for the overall today. And Atwell is your new women's class champ on her KTM. And she and Pritchard will go back and forth on a just-in-time all day long in a fight for the overall. Meanwhile, the crazy battle for that open 4x4 championship is taking place as well. Lots of different classes for lots of different riders here in the morning race. If you want to try a GNCC, come on out. There's classes for the old guys, for the ladies, for the novices, for the utility machines. As you can see, though, these guys in front of the utility classes, they rip. They do not mess around. And it was a great battle between Zach Sikowski on a Can-Am. Here he is bashing through the mud. And by the way, remember, these are the same areas where Boric got stuck this afternoon. No problem when you got four-wheel drive. Guys like Zach Sikowski on his machine, along with Kilby and Buchanan, duking it out for that open 4x4 win today with the championship hanging in the balance. These are pretty much like monster trucks you can ride on. Unbelievable amount of horsepower, suspension travel, and luckily braking that these machines have. They can slow down when they have to tuck it back into the woods. So a good run by them. Sikowski would end up winning the class in the open 4x4. Atwell would win the women's class.
GT Thunder. Folks, that's your GT Thunder morning race overall winner.
There you see the overall would go to Pritchard, also your super senior class champion. Well done for Mr. Pritchard. Now we'll go back to the afternoon race. Continues to be Brandon Summers leading Bill Balance. When is Summers going to finally win one of these things? He's led so many laps over his 2 years in the pro class. You gotta figure he's gonna get one by accident one of these days. Now I think I actually saw Boric about midway through this pack, so he has been able to make up a lot of ground even with that tow rope dangling off the back of his machine. If he makes it to the podium, those fans out there that donated the tow rope to him, they'll know where to find him to get that thing back. Summers still leading Balance, and McGill, 1, 2, and 3. Now we're back into the dustier stuff. Kaiser and Cook trying to keep him honest. And there's Bithell on the Can-Am moving forward. And there's Boric not too far back. Folks, that would be ridiculous if Boric were to get back in contention this early. He was way back. Right now, though, it's Summers and Balance. The Yamaha boys rolling. And it looks like Balance going to stop in the pits. Summers going to take off and see if he can finally get his first win. Stay with us. Racer TV is brought to you by Can-Am, Rocky Mountain ATV MC, Yamaha, and Honda Generators, the official generator of Racer TV. Brandon Summers now challenged by Adam McGill. Look at this terrain. Bashing their way through the rocks, the ruts, the mud, now back onto the dry stuff. Looks like McGill up into second, and Don Ackerman now third. Then it's Cook, Balance, and Boric. What a comeback from Boric with Bithell right behind him. Boric, man, I thought he was done in this one. So far, it's still Summers in the lead, McGill second, Ackerman, who has been improving steadily week in, week out. There's Balance. He lost time, remember, with that early pit stop, and he has Boric right behind him. Boric, you don't want to give him this kind of motivation. He knows he had trouble early, and now he can see these guys in front. Man, he is bound to get hungry and start picking riders off. Get out of the way, people. McGill now in the lead. So McGill has taken it from Summers. Summers still in second. Then it's Cook and Boric. So Boric has gotten both Balance and Ackerman. Look out. We'll be right back. Now time for the Rocky Mountain ATV MC Spotlight. Rocky Mountain offers a wide variety of fasteners for your motorcycle or ATV. With Tusk brand fastener kits, you'll always have the right bolts, nuts, and washers whenever you need them. Check out this 236-piece Tusk metric ATV bolt kit for just $39.99. This kit includes the perfect assortment of factory-sized metric bolts, nuts, cotter pins, rivets, and washers for late-model sport and utility ATVs. It comes in a divided organizer, so you won't have to hunt for the piece you need. It's the perfect companion for any toolbox, and high-quality 8.8 and 12.9 grade bolts are quenched and tempered to ensure durability. All the hardware you need for frame, plastic, sprockets, carburetor, wheels, etc., all right here for $39.99. We've got the 62-piece metric ATV trail bolt kit for just $14.99. Like the 236-piece bolt kit, it's the perfect assortment of factory-sized bolts, nuts, cotter pins, rivets, and washers for late-model sport and utility ATVs. High-quality 8.8 and 12.9 grade bolts can help your frame, plastic, sprockets, carburetors, and wheels to hang on, but it comes in a compact container that you can either throw in the toolbox or take with you out on the trail. And again, it retails for just $14.99. Then we've got the Tusk fender rivets. The kit is $4.99, has factory-sized 9-line pry rivets, replacing the OEM rivets found on most ATVs. 3 sizes available to fit most machines, and they're sold in packs of 10. Rocky Mountain ATV MC is the leading online seller of ATV and motorcycle tires, parts, accessories, and apparel with an industry-leading website, free shipping on orders over $99 in the continental U.S., and a huge inventory of in-stock items. You're sure to get the products you need at the prices you want, shipped quickly to your door. Visit RockyMountainATVMC.com for more info or call 1-800-272-6329 to request a catalog. And speaking of bolted, McGill has bolted to the lead here at Powerline Park, powering through the mud, gives a fist pump to the fans. They're pumped, he's in the lead. He's rocking and rolling on his KTM. And it is Summers, Ackerman, and Balance, who is now back in front of Boric, followed by Bithell. Then it's Pat Brown, the motocross racer, still right there. And Taylor Kaiser, who's got to get a move on. He does not want to lose more points to McGill in this battle for second overall in the series. How about this battle? McGill in front of Summers. Now, McGill won a bunch of races last year. Oh, by the way, Boric is in third. Look out for that. I was going to say, McGill has not won a race yet this year, so he's got to be motivated today as well. There's Kaiser right behind Bithell trying to move forward. So right now, you've got to wonder, is it McGill's day to finally break free and win one in 2009? Uh-oh, he's got to stop for fuel. That's not a good sign. Everybody's got to stop. Boric is in, Summers is in, and Balance, he played it right. You remember, he stopped for gas early, he's out of there. McGill comes out in second, so Bill Balance has shuffled the deck and has gone back to the front of the pack. Is the old GNCC champ going to pull one out today? Stay tuned. Racer TV is brought to you by Can-Am, Rocky Mountain ATV MC, Yamaha, and Honda Generators, the official generator of Racer TV. stretch run here in Ohio. And it is Bill Balance in the lead. Nice gamble with Balance to pit early and get back in front of these guys like McGill and Boric. And those are two big hitters. We've seen McGill and Boric down the stretch battling the last lap time and time again this year. Does Balance's advantage from the pits, is that going to hold up? It's like Summers and Cook back there in 4th and 5th. Balance taking to the hill climb. Making his way to the top. Nice line by Boric, staying low. Summers going to follow him through there. I think he might have maybe made a pass on McGill. There's Ackerman trying to stay with this group, and you can see things have really started to string out now. It's the last couple of laps. Everyone is letting it hang out. Where the heck is Boric? Maybe we missed him. There goes Cook, Summers, Ackerman. Now into the wide open stuff. That big mud hole. Balance has got to be careful through here. He grabs a handful, shaking his head. Balance slows down. Boric is going to ride right by him. So is McGill. What the heck has happened to Balance's machine? And you see some smoke coming out. Is that just steam or is there an actual engine problem? I don't know. And Balance normally, nobody prepares a machine better for water and mud than he does. But something has struck and Boric has a chance to win this thing. There's Chris Bithell on the Can-Am. Let's talk a little bit about their amateur support program.
Well, with our DS450 amateur support racing program, a guy that wants to race the DS450 can go to his local Can-Am dealer, talk to the dealer, apply for the program, and if approved, get a significant discount on any 2008 or 2009 brand new DS450, no matter what model he chooses. And also he can get, when he gets approved, he gets a Motorworks SR4 exhaust that's race legal, and he also gets a programmed ECM, race ECM from the factory. And he also gets access to factory racing tips and a host of extras, such as help from his dealer on POP stuff, whether it's trailer wraps, any little things like that. He can work with his dealer and get a discount on some of that stuff. He also can get 3 performance packages, and the most important probably to the cross-country racer is a shock upgrade. If he buys the base DS450, he can get the XXC shocks. He can also get the MX shocks, the XMX, DS450 XMX shocks. He can also get wider A-arms if he's a motocross racer. Basically, if he wants to take a base DS450 and turn it into either a XXC model or an XMX model, he gets a ton of discounts on that. And so it's a great program for the grassroots racer, whether he's interested in just racing locally or even nationally. It's a great program for him.
Pretty cool to see how much ATV racing has evolved. We didn't used to have a factory Suzuki team or a factory KTM team or a factory Yamaha team or a factory Can-Am team. All these manufacturers have really stepped up. Give Polaris credit too with the Oakley's effort to make it easy on these guys. The one privateer still up front though. Brian Cook is up to 3rd. Taking advantage of those problems with Balance. There's Summers back to 4th. But the hunt is on for the lead as Balance seems to be running well there in 5th. But the hunt is on for the lead between Boric and McGill. And McGill has been denied in the last lap by Boric so many times this year. He is going to be running like a scalded ape, just fired up, trying to get it back around Boric. Boric has so much raw speed, and he looks over his shoulder, and I think Chris Boric knows he has Adam McGill covered again. McGill's going to just plow that lap rider out of the way. Too late. Chris Boric wins in Ohio. 2nd is going to go to McGill, and 3rd to the privateer. Nice job for Brian Cook. Let's go down to victory lane.
Yeah, today went really good. You know, we had a good run going last week and had a stick slap us in the eye there last lap, and that hurt us. But we come back here today recharged and ready to go, and you know, try to get a good start and just be patient all day and not make any mistakes and put ourselves in the position to get up here in the end and just try to ride smooth, and it worked out for us. You know, this Salzer Racing Custom Access Honda, you know, it worked great today.
Well, those are the results. Balance, that's one that got away from him. He's 5th. Kaiser takes 6th. He needed a little bit better than that to keep McGill at bay in the points. Let's talk to McGill.
Yeah, it's still all a good day. Anytime me and Chris get together, I know it's going to be a lot of fun, and he always pushes me to where I'm almost uncomfortable, and I'm sure I do the same to him, and we was just hauling there at the end, and, hats off to him for the championship, but, man, just give me one. Just one win this year. That's all I'm asking. So, but he rode good, and, Brian rode really good, so I'm definitely pumped for the Ironman. I got 3 weeks break, so I'm going to go home and start training again and just ride every day.
Well, another win for Chris Borich. This one was tough. Remember, he was stuck, had a tow rope wrapped on his rear axle throughout this race. What a comeback for Chris.
Yeah, I went into the hole there and really didn't want to get my hands wet, so I just dove in. It looked like it was pretty solid, but it sucked me in, and then can't thank the fans enough. They hooked the tow rope and tugged me out, and it got hooked around my axle, and I tried to take off, and it was hooked to my front A-arm, so I had to stop, pull it off, and I thought it was loose, but it wrapped up all around the axle. I didn't know what was going to happen, but I can't say enough about Suzuki, Yoshimura, MSR, Pro Taper, Fox, just everybody that's helping me out this year. It's been awesome. I can't thank them enough, and I don't know. Like I say, we got another win.
Time for the Yamaha race recap, and it once again was a Yamaha grabbing the whole shot. Bill Balance, and he's got that new machine dialed in. Then it was Brandon Summers taking the lead from Balance, while Borich got stuck. These fans came in with a tow rope, tried to yank him out. The tow rope got stuck on the machine. We thought for sure Borich was done. It looked like it'd be Brandon Summers day. He led a lot of laps today. Then yielding to McGill, Borich began to work his way back up, but the KG veteran Balance, he hit it early, he got him in the lead late. It looked like everything was about to bounce his direction, while McGill and Borich slugged it out for the number 2 spot. But then, something happens to Balance here in this muddy section. He loses power. Borich puts the horsepower to the ground, gets into the number 1 spot. McGill kept the pressure on, but it was too late. Chris Borich, from way back in the pack, wins again. Can anybody stop this guy? For everyone at Racer TV, I'm Jason Wygant. Thanks for watching.